The people love it, TA, when you come in and I play your track, like when you score.
What's my track? What's my track when I score?
For this life I cannot change.
Exactly.
I like this game.
Welcome to another show. Welcome to another podcast, actually, of Thanalysis, which is basically my analysis of the world. So thank you for tuning in and listening. Today we have a special guest, and we gotta give her the intro. Milwaukee native, which means basically from Milwaukee. Number 40, DJ Shawna Nichols.
TA, thank you. That has been the best introduction I've ever received at any level, man. Thank you so much for having me, man.
I gotta, I was working on it. I gotta give it a little bit of flavor every time I do it. So it's kind of different.
The suspense was killing me.
And it's, and I gotta do it a little bit. You guys, actually, our intros are good.
Yeah?
With the Bucks.
Why you say actually?
No,
come on.
Not everybody's intro. Not everybody's intro is good. I'm honest, being honest. Not everybody.
Yeah, Eric's the best.
But he's
good.
You guys are.
You hear his voice in 2K?
Yes.
Yes.
I did. That's true. Oh man, I wanna talk about not me. I want to talk about you.
I like talking about you though, TA.
No.
Okay.
I want to talk about you.
Okay.
You're a hooper.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that.
Let's go.
What does that mean? What's your relationship with the basketball?
Man, I joke I came out of the womb with the basketball in my hand, my poor mother. It was my vehicle for everything. I grew up here in Milwaukee. I'm a Milwaukee kid. I got 414 tattooed on me. Basketball was always my escape. It was how I was social. It was how I made friends. It was what I did in my free time. Yeah. I grew up playing in parks. I never had a basketball hoop at my house. Like a lot of kids in the States will have, like hoops at their driveways or their garages, and always grew up playing at the parks, playing pickup. Didn't matter who it was. Yeah. Me and my brother. And it's just something, I just loved it. And it just took it from there. So I went to high school here in Milwaukee. We won a couple state championships. I was fortunate.
Hey, Gatorade Player of the Year.
Oh, come on.
No, you got to see.
You dug deep.
I've done my research.
You dug deep. Okay. That's amazing. So can I plug something? So we ran into her this season, Misty Bass.
Yes.
You know Misty?
Yes, of course.
So I know Miss. We played against each other in high school. I accidentally took a charge from Misty Bass. Accidentally. And I will stand by that to this day because I was so small, and she is not someone you want to take a charge from.
No.
And talk about, so she was Gatorade Player of the Year, I think maybe back-to-back, but she's a baller too. But so Misty Bass.
We work close with Misty. Like she's all like a rep now, and we work close with her.
I know.
Too, so shout out to
right.
And talk about, like, did you play 1-on-1 with your brother, or did you like?
We didn't play 1-on-1. So my brother, he's athletic, but he's a businessman.
Okay.
And so he's the one that hustled. And so you're gonna love this. So as a girl, when I was growing up, people didn't take me seriously. Mm-hmm. And so we would hustle kids on the court. So we grew up in the time, no cell phones when we were kids. We would have maybe some change in your sock if you had to like buy a snack or make a phone call or like do something. And so we would catch kids coming through the park with like change in their socks. My brother would ask them like, how much money you got on you? And they'd be like, I got $2. And my brother was like, well, we'll play you for $2. And then, there's 3 of us. And my brother was like, well, we'll play 3-on-2. Like, no worries. And literally, we just hustle these kids, just take their money. We just take their money.
No, hey, listen, you signed the dotted line now. If you say yes, say yes now.
But I mean, like I said, basketball has been, I love it. So if you told me today that I could still play and take care of my body and still feel good, I would do it in a second. So I was fortunate enough. I got a scholarship from the University of Wisconsin. Yeah. So I played basketball at Madison. I had a couple of concussions. So my career.
Concussions? How?
I was tiny at the time, TA. Like I was small. My freshman year, and you'll get this. This is sometimes tricky to talk about with non-basketball players, but my freshman year, if I was lucky, I was 140 pounds, like soaking wet. And so, like, I didn't weigh anything.
But you were probably fast. And
I wish I could say I was fast. I'm not going to lie to you. I was never fast. Fast and quick were not in my scouting report, TA. I'm a point guard, but I was long. And so defense and passing were kind of my thing.
Okay.
And so until I wanted to play pro, I learned how to score. And so I was kind of a true point guard in college at that time. And just kind of figuring it all out. I mean, like the weight room changed my life. It changed the way I ate. It changed everything. And so I gained like 20 pounds my freshman year just by like working out because I've never lifted like that. And so I started to get stronger. So that's how I kind of was able then to hold my own when I started playing as pro.
But how did you get a concussion?
I was taking charges and I was too small. Like I wasn't strong enough. So I would take a charge and I'll be honest. So I played in the Big Ten, which is a Power 5, like one of the, in my opinion, best conferences in the country. And I was like the second smallest on our team at the time. And I'm bigger, like I'm way more now, but I've always been this height. And so like I had teammates 6'5", 6'6", 6'7", you know, and like we're big, like we're thick too. And a couple of my teammates drafted, played in the WNBA, played overseas, like we were pretty good my freshman year. And so to just adjust to that kind of level, it took me some time. So it was all charges. I was hitting my head on the floor. So I would like get hit and I wasn't strong enough.
How you put your body on the line then?
I know. That's why I love your game. You play with passion and heart and hustle, man.
Thank you. That's the only way, like that's how you got to play. Like that's how everybody got to play. Yeah. You know, just be excited. I love every aspect of the game, you know?
We would have been great teammates.
Oh.
We are great teammates.
we are. It's okay. And then how did you start DJing?
Yeah.
How did you translate to DJing now? Like,
that's a great question. So I've never drank alcohol in my life.
Okay.
And so when basketball was finished, I was hanging out with friends, and we were at the time just in bars and clubs. And so I'm not really good in social situations. I feel kind of awkward.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel like anxious. I feel out of place. Like if you put a ball in my hands, I'd be fine. But like if like the lights were down in here and we were just all hanging out with everybody that's in here, I would feel more awkward. But like I'm just hanging out with you. So like at bars and clubs, it was just tough for me. So I've never drank and I didn't know what to talk to people about. And then there's a lot of conversations about like, why aren't you drinking? Well, let me get you a drink. Oh yeah. Like that stuff. And that gets old. You know, people who think like, well, I'm gonna get you drunk, like type of stuff. And I had no interest. I've never had any interest in it. I just didn't. I always had basketball and that was like my driving force. And I was just trying to figure out my way in the world. So started hanging out with the DJ at one of the bars I was at. And he kind of took me under his wing. I think you got his name on.
Yeah, I do.
DJ Rock D.
Rock D, yeah.
And he became like one of my best friends and mentors. And so it was just for fun. It was just how I was social. And it gave me something to do. I was still training. I was training basketball players. I was working on like player development and helping some like a local AAU program and working with a bunch of girls. And so I just did it for fun. And it was how, again, I was social. I would meet friends, meet girls, like start dating and stuff and like all that stuff. And so it was just, that's what I did. And I was terrible. Just terrible at DJing, but it was something to do.
But I mean, obviously everybody, like even me now doing this, I kind of feel like I'm not the best at doing a podcast, or I'm not the best. I'm not really like.
You gotta start somewhere.
I'm starting somewhere, and I guarantee I'm gonna work hard, and probably in 2, 3, maybe 4 years, I'll probably be pretty good. We'll see.
I believe that.
Yeah, but okay. And then, how did you get in with? How did you go from that? Not being bad to being like top 4, like top 5? I want to say the best, but let's.
I respect it. Yeah.
Like being top DJ in the league, in the NBA.
That means a lot coming from you, because what y'all think means the world to me, and I put a lot into it. And so, I mean, I think this will resonate with you. I believe in the 10,000 hour theory. So I believe you put, just like you're starting your podcast, right? Like you're getting into it, and you got to start somewhere. But there's a theory that at about 10,000 hours you can master anything. Same with basketball, right? It's all about repetition, right? Free throws, working on form shooting, swishes, whatever you want to talk about. Dribbles, like handles, right? Crossover. It's about repetition. anything is. And that's what DJing was. So at about year 10 of me DJing, that's when like things started to change, which is crazy because statistically that's also about 10,000 hours if you're doing it at the right pace. I didn't know it at the time, but that's just kind of like a coincidence I think kind of happened in the universe. And so I was in bars and clubs in Milwaukee like 4, 5, 6 nights a week. I was hustling. I was calling people constantly, trying to get gigs, begging for just an opportunity on like a Tuesday night.
Yes.
Didn't matter. I was just wanted to try. I just wanted to work, loved music, loved DJing for people, wanted to keep going and see where it would take me. And then I learned about, so what I do is live entertainment now, right? Yeah. So I learned, I'll be honest, so the Lakers DJ Ruche is one of my best friends and mentors. I found him on Instagram. Started following him and his story. He DJs Olympics. He DJs the Pro Volleyball Tour, the AVP Tour. He DJs for the Lakers. He's DJed for the Clippers. Like his list is extensive. And so we just kind of connected. And I don't remember our first conversation. He remembers it better than I do. But it was one of those things where I just wanted to learn everything I could.
Yes.
Right? I'm sure like you talk to somebody, right? Where you're like, I want to start a podcast. Yes. Tell me everything you know.
I just, I was just like reaching to different people, and I wanted to, and most important thing, all of them kind of said the same thing, like take your time, and not kind of do it your own way, and don't like follow, just try to do it.
Yeah, that's exactly what DJing is. Is like you got to take your time, you got to be invested, right? Do it the right way and to what's authentic to you.
Yes,
and that's where it started. I got a call. It started at Marquette Women's Basketball actually in 2017. I was their official DJ and host. And then that was the first year I did support for the Bucks. So we were still at the Bradley Center. Okay. And I was just like, when people are scanning their tickets. So we have a lot of DJs at Bucks games, which I'm sure you don't hear because you come in, go to the locker room, and you come out to where I'm playing.
Yes.
But around the whole arena on a regular game day, we have anywhere from 4 to 6 DJs.
4 to 6 DJs at each game?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Like just with speakers playing music for fans.
Yes.
To help just, again, the excitement, the flow, the engagement, just keep the party moving. And so I was doing that in 2017. I cold called the NCAA that year. That's when I became the Women's Final Four official DJ. And then things just snowballed. The opportunities continued to just kind of compound. I got the ask. So it was 2019, 2020, right before the year COVID happened. That was my first season as our official DJ. And I just haven't looked back, and I've been so grateful.
How did you feel when they told you you was gonna do the NCAA? Like, man, how you gonna do
It's
gonna be DJing?
It's so surreal, to be honest. So a lot of the things that I have been able to do as a DJ, I wasn't able to do as a player, and it's really, really cool to find ways to chase dreams and goals in different avenues, if that's fair. So. We made it to the tournament when I played at Wisconsin, but we never won an NCAA championship. Not a lot of people do, right? And so
not a lot of people do.
To be there and to be a part of that moment, and to like the memories that I have in my head, especially being a part of the women's game, which I think is just so amazing. Is where I came from too, and then watching what's happening with women's sport and how things are rising and. We're getting more viewership, they're getting more dollars, they're getting more eyes on the sport. It's so much fun to just be a tiny little piece of it all. And just to like witness like history, like every single year. Yes. It's crazy. So I think it's a dream come true. And I love that relationship that I have with the NCAA. And I'm grateful because, again, I wouldn't be who I am without basketball, without my scholarship at Wisconsin. And I'm just really like humbled and grateful for that.
I mean, I know exactly what you mean. Basketball gave me
I saw the movie. I know. I know.
A different life. But, okay. And then I would love for us to kind of talk about the bubble.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a little bit about my bubble experience.
I want to hear about your bubble experience.
So everything shuts down, right?
Everything.
And then all of a sudden we get called to compete again.
Yeah.
And from every side, from like people who have to be there, from workers to security to coaches, players, staff members, everybody, and live entertainment, DJs, everybody. So
Yeah.
you get cold and you come to the bubble.
Yeah.
Were you in Orlando?
Yeah. Yeah, we all lived in the same neighborhood. Like, we all lived
Yeah,
there.
no, I'm saying, I'm asking.
Yeah, yeah.
Obviously, I know, but
Yeah.
I'm saying I'm asking for,
Yeah.
for the
Yes, we
viewers.
lived in Orlando at Coronado Springs, TA. That's where I don't think I want to ever go back and smell that place. It had a smell, right? Like, it just, you knew when you came back off the bus. Like, Coronado Springs just had a smell.
Listen, I'm extremely grateful that we were able to play. Like that part, I cannot be more and more grateful that we was able to come back and play the sport that we love to play.
I got to
for
work.
everybody.
So you talk about things getting shut down. I wasn't making any money.
Yeah, but it was tough.
Yeah, yeah.
It was tough.
It was
wasn't
hard.
easy. It was hard.
And
So,
you had your brother.
at least that was good. I had my birthday like it was my birthday, right? July 18th is my birthday. And literally the way I celebrated my birthday, which kind of ironic because I almost never do a party or anything like that.
Yeah.
And they had a huge sign outside my room, happy birthday and cakes.
We
and
all had a
everything.
video.
Yeah,
I
and
saw
everything.
it.
I was like,
I
and they were
saw
waiting
it.
for me, and I was like,
I know who did that video.
where is it? That guy over there. And I was excited. I was like, okay, but then just staying in the room every day, looking at a bracelet, have to scan everywhere I go. Can't be like, if I don't scan and I'm late, like you get in protocol, or let's say the fence is here. If I step out, all of a sudden I'm in like a protocol again. It was just like, ooh.
Well, and I can't imagine too. And this,
Did you guys have more freedom, by the way?
No, it was the same, and that's the thing. So, your world is different than my world. Like, right? And it is what it is. And so that's what I looked at, was like how much y'all sacrificed to go and play a game that you love, and we all did in some capacity. But like you're like the way you're NBA like superstars, like and to be in this 3-mile radius. And kind of feel, like you said, literally like you can't cross over that line. Yeah. You got to stay in this circle unless you get on the bus to go to the arena, and then you can come back. And it was almost 3 months long, right? Like we were there like 2.5.
2.5.
Yeah.
2.5. And
I stayed a little bit longer after y'all lost. I stayed one more round. Yeah. But there was so much that happened too. That was impactful. And I think...
Were you by yourself or your family, or how?
No, so that was the other... We weren't allowed to have guests. So I think total...
We weren't allowed either to the second round.
Right. 1,200 people, I think, total. So including players, you talk about staff, coaches, and then ESPN, us. So that were in all the same level. So we were all in that same protocol in the quote bubble. There was one more tier, and they had more freedom and less restrictions, but we couldn't ever physically cross paths with them.
Yes, we couldn't. They told us like they were like, it's insane. There was different sections and you couldn't go there. Yeah, and then they had the referees was kind of here, the players and teams, and they had kind of like 3 hotels in between that in Orlando, but in the same, not the same vicinity, but just in the same like area. How did you feel about the experience? Was it easy breezy, or you just like it was hard for you?
I think so.
Is that a word, easy breezy, or is it?
Yeah, you could say that.
I don't know.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy, yes.
Yeah, easy breezy though could be a TA thing. Like that could be a new T-shirt. So I think we flew in. We had our first night off site. Yeah, we were at a different hotel. Coincidentally, so we all came in on the same day. That was the day, I remember this stuff like it was yesterday. That was the day then Florida hit the most like positive tests. So literally everything, all of a sudden, it's like in the blink of an eye, we are in our rooms, we are getting tested, we are again like lockdown. And then, so we finally get to Coronado Springs. So it's the resort if we all lived on where all those hotels were. And we had a 7-day quarantine in our rooms. 7 days. We weren't supposed to open the doors. Windows didn't open. We didn't have balconies. So like that was probably one of the most difficult things like that I have done from a standpoint.
Of course, because you can't literally do nothing. You
could do nothing. Literally like talk about like workouts. Like we all joke on our side. If you talk to like refs or people, we were all like in the same hotels and there were people that would jump rope and it would drive your neighbors crazy.
Because you jump rope and somebody up.
Yeah, but there was nothing to do. There was like nothing to do. So like,
you know, what's so crazy. We had the similar thing with players because players wanted to like. Sometimes you couldn't even not work out, but players like had basketballs that would like dribble in the room.
Yeah,
like boom,
and you'd
boom,
hear
boom.
it. Yeah,
and you like, it was a thing.
Because you're in there.
Nothing.
And like
do.
right, and so I learned how to solve a Rubik's cube. I can solve a Rubik's cube now. Yeah, I can do it. I'm not like wicked fast, like 7 seconds, but I can do it in a timeout because they did it. I did it. I can do it.
You don't even know why I'm laughing right now. Okay. I think people in the back probably know why I'm laughing. I had a similar podcast.
Yeah.
And I asked the question, right?
Yeah.
So did you know the creator?
I don't think so.
Of the
tell me.
Of the Rubik's cube, he took him a month to solve it before he created it.
Okay.
And people can do it in seconds.
Oh yeah, it's a thing. Yeah.
So what's the formula behind it?
I learned. So for me, my brain. So I can't look at it and I'm not a savant. Like I'm not crazy fast like that. So it's a math algorithm.
Okay.
Oh man, it's hard without it. But there's patterns. So I learned like I solve one layer first. You know, you start with the cross and then you do the corners on that layer. Then we do the middle layer and then do the top layer of the cross and the last layer with the corners. And there's patterns. There's different patterns that you just do and you memorize it. Again, muscle memory.
Yes.
We're trapped in our room for 7 days and I just watched the video. I would watch a video on repeat and just follow along. And now I can do it in one song. Yeah. So yeah, I can't. Again, I'm not like 11 seconds type of kid. I'm like 3.5 minutes. Yeah,
3.5 minutes is actually impressive.
Thanks.
That's impressive. Thanks. Oh my god. So okay. And do you have any? I don't want to say bad memories from it.
Yeah.
From the bubble, but what would you say?
The biggest one that stands out was what I call the Bucks boycott day, and it's not. In that, what
do you call that? The Bucks boycott day.
So that's how I reference it in my brain,
Okay.
and then I actually ended up doing like a documentary project that I tell this story.
Okay.
And so there's a video project on my YouTube, and
please go and let's go watch it.
Thank you. So I'm a Milwaukee kid, and right, Kenosha's not that far, and the shooting happens with Jacob Blake, and I feel things. I know like we're not that good of friends, but like I feel emotions. I feel a lot and I can feel other people's emotions. So it's fun to talk to you about this because you get it because you were there. We were so isolated.
Yes.
Right? And I mean, you know that. And so it feels like all these emotions, you're trying to figure out kind of what's going on. But you're so far away. And yeah, we have phones and FaceTime and the news and like we still have everything, but we're still physically isolated from like our people.
Yes.
And so that day I go to get tested, right? Because we have to get tested. You gotta do your check-in, you gotta do your temperature, you gotta go through it. Otherwise you get put in health and safety protocols. And I went to get tested and I take my mask off. And I'm sure similar for you, same testing people kind of every day.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of got to know them. And it was in another room and they had the TV on with CNN on. And there's everything talking about Jacob Blake. And I feel it bad. And so I'm really excited I get to tell you this because this makes me happy. So they ask me how I am and I take my mask off to get tested. I just start crying. They don't know me. They have no idea what happened. They are like, are you okay? Like like all these things. And I was, crying. I feel a little shaky and I'm just trying to point to the TV and try not to be a mess. And so that was probably the hardest day for me as a DJ to go to work because no matter what's happening, right? We know this as basketball players. As soon as you cross that line, you got to let everything go and you got to do your job. So not every...
To a certain extent.
Yes. Right. Exactly. And so I'm really excited that I get to tell you this because I haven't been able to share this actually with any of you all, like directly. I had made my mind up that in that really hard time, I always have your back. Like that's something that when we're going through Black Lives Matter and this massive social justice movement, which I believe was so timely, so important, is very necessary as somebody that's white to work for these incredible, predominantly Black men, to be honest with you, and to show up for you all and make sure that if y'all were going to show up for work, there's no way that I can't not show up for work. And so we go through that day, and I don't know what you remember, but I would love to hear it, right? And I know your patterns. I know your routines. Like, I watch y'all. Like, that's my job.
Yeah,
like, to
because
watch
you gotta know when we come up to warm up. You gotta know we need our, our songs to get us going.
I know. And so I'm sitting there, and something's not right. And it's not my place to say anything. I don't. So we're on a headset all the time. So which means, like, everybody from the NBA, like, we all communicate kind of what's happening, what's going on with the game.
Yes.
Like, during this timeout, we're going to do this, this, and this. That's predominantly what that is used for. So we could communicate. Yes. And so its headset is silent. So I remember watching that clock from 20 minutes, 17 minutes, Orlando comes out, and they start warming up. 13 minutes, y'all aren't anywhere to be seen. 10 minutes, still not anywhere to be seen, right? And we know how this goes. So clock keeps going down, and I'm in my head, again, I've never been in a situation like this. So I'm still playing music. I don't even remember at that point when the clock was running. We hit zeros. And we still don't know what's happening, right? And it was extremely powerful. I'll be honest, I had a playlist prepared, which I was grateful for. What I felt was very appropriate because they still had me play music. It wasn't the same vibe, and it was very thoughtful and conscious of trying to make sure that I was doing that moment justice while still doing my job. And then all of a sudden Twitter is just going crazy. And this is the craziest part. So, unbeknownst to me, we're in this massive arena, isolated. I have no idea anybody else because we all have masks on, right? Like, you don't know who's who. I turn around and I see Chris Webber, C-Web, bawling his eyes out, crying. And I've never met this man. He doesn't know me. We're not friends. Like, I wish we were friends, but, like, he doesn't know me. And he's just crying. And he was in the other zone that we're talking about. So he wasn't in our bubble. So literally, like, 6 inches of plexiglass separate us, like massive plexiglass. So we can't hear each other. Yes. And I look up, he makes eye contact with me. And literally in that moment, all I could do, like, I touched my heart and just felt like I was just trying to, like, hug him, like, send it to him. And that was the day in the bubble that I don't think it was the worst.
It wasn't the worst day on the bubble. I left the bubble with the feeling of gratitude and just, being blessed to be able to do what we do because of the incident that happened, because of us coming back to play, because of just me being with my brothers and just be able to experience this with my family. But what I would say is that day we all came together and we all came together. And then what happened after, it was in every sport. We all came together.
Y'all shook the world.
Yeah, I would say, and with guys who aren't on the team now or guys who were on the team, we have a bond with all these guys, and we understood that we stood for something.
Yeah.
And this is, not for it's not for the. It's not just for the NBA fan. It's not for the fans. It's for our kids. They kind of remember, that, we came back and we stood for something. And not only that, and then we stood for something else too. And then we stood for the sport itself because we came back and we played.
Yep.
And we played. We came back and we played and we finished what we were supposed to do. We tried, our best. Unfortunately, we didn't get to win the championship that year. We won the second year, the year after. But we did, we showed our love for the sport and for everybody because, despite of how we were feeling, because I can tell you right now, not a lot of guys were feeling good.
Yeah.
But we tried our best. And, it's so much more to it. But I don't want to talk about me. I want to talk most about you.
I appreciate you listening because it's an honor to be able to share that with you. Like, seriously, because I'm grateful. Like, it makes me, like, I'm thankful for what y'all did for our city. Like, you made a statement and you shook the world. And to say that I get to be your DJ and I get to know you on a different level, I think that I'm so grateful and lucky. I never take it for granted. But that was one of the most proud days of my life to say that, like, I'm a small part of what y'all are doing.
You are a small and a big part of what we do every day on a daily basis. But let's make it up a little bit. What's the playlist? What are we doing? What's the playlist?
What are you talking about? Set the vibe. What's happening?
So let's say I'm gonna give you like trick.
Are you warming up? Are we chilling? Are we bowling with Bobby?
We're about to play Rivals game, and you got to get us hype. Like top 5 songs, got to get us hype. You pick.
Oh, like playoffs or regular season? Playoffs. Okay, so playoffs are another level, right?
Yeah, you gotta get hype.
That is, to me. So regular season stuff, like sometimes we have programming, we have city games, right? Like, so sometimes that stuff is programmed a little bit. Playoffs, this is all about y'all. Like, this is whatever you've been feeling. So we got to go Rich Flex. We got to play 21. Can you do something for me? We got to play Burna Boy.
Yes, Burna Boy, it's a must, man.
Yeah.
And all the way.
Y'all are the reason I love Burna Boy. Like,
really?
You put me on Burna Boy how many years ago? And that's when I started learning more Afrobeat. Y'all taught me so much.
Have you ever been in one of his concerts?
No, but I would love to. I know you're friends with him. Let's go.
No, you don't understand. He's a rock star.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. The concert I went to, it was not just and maybe I'll be biased because we're gonna hang out. Maybe I'm biased because but I'm saying this guy was a rock star.
Yeah.
A rock star has so much working places, so many things to like give to the game. We say to the game because it's basketball, but to the industry, to the music part of it. And he's become like, when I knew like Burna Boy is like insane. When I can hear like my team, like Grayson Allen, like sing word for word one of his songs. Like I'm like, oh my God, he's big.
Yeah,
like, he's great. So
that's how I feel too. What y'all do is I appreciate, because I feel like y'all trust me, and there might be different stuff in there, but what I love about you all that I learned in the bubble that like changed my trajectory was we're humans, and we can't put based off of what you do for a living, who you are, right? Yes. Put you in a box on what you should listen to. And that's what I think is my favorite part, because you all are such eclectic, diverse, amazing humans that play basketball. And that's been the fun part, is like how much music we get to play. And that like resonates with you all. Because that's what I love to do. I want to be a value add to your work day. Like that's what y'all are coming to work.
Music plays a big part in that, and just not our daily lives as athletes too, and motivation. Like, and for everybody, not just us, but I'm just saying, like, it plays a big part.
Yeah.
Wait, so let me ask you a question. So I'll go like, what song do you play when Chris scores a basket?
What, first half or second half?
It's different. He has two. Okay, what's the first half? Go.
Warm it up, Chris.
Warm it up, Chris. I'm about to. Okay.
Yeah.
And what about second half?
Money.
What? Okay. Drew has one or two?
Well, Drew used to have a few until Rich Flex came out.
I mean, Rich Flex came out. And then
so before Rich Flex, I made 4 of them for Drew. Okay. Like, and so 2 I played predominantly. One was Holiday Inn.
Is a holiday?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a holiday.
Yeah.
It's a
that's another one. That's
another one.
Lil Nas X.
Okay.
Yeah, but that one. So meet me at the Holiday Inn.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay. Gotcha.
So those were the two I played, and then I had.
So this is whenever he scores a basket, right? The way you play that.
Well, so it's not supposed to be whenever. So it's supposed to be how I get to decide. So that's the thing. So I get to decide, and that's so if it's like we talk about Giannis, right? Because like when he does a Giannis thing, then we play no, right?
Yes.
And so we play that. But then he started doing it all the time. And you're like,
start doing it
right,
all the time.
every single time. And so how do you differentiate? So like,
Okay.
so you want to hear a little sneak? You want to hear something?
Yes.
So sometimes I try to do it to help motivate y'all. Like if we have some empty possessions. We go like 3, 4,
Yes.
heaven forbid, 5 empty possessions and not scoring. Whoever scores that has a score track, I'm gonna play that next possession if they score. Don't care what it is.
Okay.
Like if it's a simple pull up jumper, to like because I think it adds value.
It does add value. I can tell you that right now.
The people love it, TA, when you come in and I play your track, like when you score.
What's my track? What's my track when I score?
For this life I cannot change.
Exactly.
I like this game.
Okay. So what about Joe Ingles?
Oh, this is a fun story. So I met him at marketing days, first time. And he comes in. I mean, we all love Joe. Who doesn't love Joe? Like you can't not love Joe.
He's definitely like I thought I was gonna take time to get used to, but I love him right away. I loved him right away.
I don't even know him like you do, and I would say that. So he walks in and I introduce myself because that's how I want to know everybody because I want to again add value to your workday. So I'm like, I'm Shawna. I'm your DJ for the season, and I want to like, what would you like to hear when you're warming up? And he's like, I hate music. And I was like, what?
That's so typical. First of all, I think he's joking.
No, 100%. And so, and then I was like, well, what do you listen to? And he's like, when my 3 loud children turn around, it's silent. And so I was like, okay. And then, so I'm going to get playful with him. I was like, all right, so you hit a big 3. What song do you want to hear? And he's like, what do you mean? I was like, so it's called a stinger. So, and I want to make a stinger for you, right? And so he's like, I'm gonna get back to you on that. He's like, obviously I'm rehabbing, right?
Yeah.
And so this was like, and he was still like, this was preseason. So I was gonna mess with him and I was gonna do a bunch of like different funny things that I thought were funny, like the seagulls from Nemo, like mine. And then, so I went, his first song, I picked it. So I was trying to get his wife in on it. So I had, my friend is his trainer, right? Or her trainer. And so it didn't ever come to fruition. So I picked Tones and I. She's actually from Australia. So I picked Dance Monkey. And so I played it. And it was a different like stinger than I've ever like played in the arena. And I was like, but this kind of fits Joe. And so that was his first game back. And dude hits like 4 or 5 threes. And so
crazy.
And Renee messages me that night. She's like, we got to stick with it now. It's got to be it.
It's over.
But then Joe comes up to me and we're at a party. And he comes up to me. We're at a kid's birthday party. And he's like, so Mila, his daughter, was like, she loves Dance Monkey, but she wants to change it. So I changed it because Mila wanted me to change it. Now it's Imagine Dragons.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take it. That's nice. That's funny stuff.
All these thoughts for 7 seconds of music.
Yeah, no, but it's real. It's real.
It is because it's your personality. Like G, his is Georgia, the jungle strong. He asked for that.
Oh my god, he asked.
He
for
did.
That too. So okay, you got George. We got his. What about Wes?
Wes. So originally I did. So when Wes came back, I was stoked. So I've known of Wes because I went to Madison. So his cousin was my teammate. So I've known of Wes longer than I've ever told him. Like I love this boy. So when he came back, I had Jeezy Put On For My City. I like that one. Yeah.
Okay.
And then he had me change it to the Iron Man theme because that's what. Yeah. And I love it. I love that one. And he's.
That's his nickname, basically.
Right?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
By the way,
and we have graphics too that are like Iron Man graphics. So like everything in the arena like kind of goes. So I trigger it. I let the graphics person know to play like your Thanasty, all those graphics. Yeah.
So you do it's like
I push a lot of buttons.
A lot of buttons.
Yeah.
But okay. Man, who am I missing? Am I missing somebody? I want to know.
Oh, Pat.
I'm missing Bobby and Pat. Okay,
Yeah.
go Pat first.
Shots.
Everybody. Okay, that fits Pat. That's Pat.
Yeah. And then Bobby has 2. So, and we've never touched base on this. So he has one when he hits a 3 and one when he dunks.
What's the one when he's at 3?
So I always get them confused, but they're both, one is like bow, wow, wow, yippee, yo, yippee, yay.
Okay.
And then the other one is another Snoop Dogg one. They're both dog related.
Is he
the underdog?
Like, is that the one? Drop like a shot? No.
I don't think so. I forgot the other one.
Hey, Bobby, you gotta, hey, man.
He just keeps going crazy, so I just play both of them all the time.
He's going insane. First of all, let me put this 6 man of the year.
I was just about to say,
6 man of the year. Put that.
That one.
You look this one.
Okay.
Look this one, and I'll look at this one.
Okay.
And we say, hey, Bobby Portis.
Bobby Portis.
6 man of the year.
6 man of the year, no doubt.
Lock it in, please.
Are we allowed to vote for that? Because I will vote with triple
man,
vote days.
He's playing incredible. Man.
I know.
He's playing incredible. And obviously, I don't want to say I'm biased because I have a great relationship with Bobby and he's my guy.
Yeah.
But man, he's putting so much work.
Well, you can't argue stats.
Yes, you can.
Look at how many double-doubles he's had. Coming off the bench and starting when he needs to. Like, we could talk about this
always
all day.
Availability.
Right.
Availability. So, Michael Wood is not.
Right. I know.
But then, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to give you some questions now. There's no right answer. You just got to pick one.
All right.
So, a bad haircut or a bad dye job?
Haircut.
Why?
I wear hat.
You wear a hat.
Yeah.
You
Cover it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. You took kind of long to answer.
I know. I want to make sure I get this. I want to be thoughtful about it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, you want it to be fast?
No, it doesn't have to be fast. I'm saying there's no right answer. It's preference. Okay, so would you rather win the lottery or find your soulmate?
Oh, TA, soulmate. Yeah, I think I got it already.
I mean, I'm not going to ask you why. Of course it is.
Yeah.
It's obvious, but
yeah.
It's, I mean,
you really trying to get to know me, huh? Like,
I'm just saying you don't know. Like, people just,
I know, and I'm not judging somebody if they wanted, but yeah, to me, life is bigger than money. Yeah, like we got too much to do. I got too much life to live.
It's good that you say that. We live in the world right now that they're trying to push certain agendas out there that it's all about
stuff,
money and physical out. Like no, it's about your soul. It's about what you do, and then you figure out everything.
Yeah,
in the process.
The rest of it falls into place.
Yeah. Would you? Would you rather be stuck at age 18 or at age 50?
Oh, 18.
18.
Yeah. I'll be a stupid 18-year-old all day. Yeah. Yeah. I'd still be playing basketball. See? You can play at 50, but not play.
Yeah. I mean, yes.
I don't want to, rec league is fun. It's cute, but I'd rather be 18 and play. Okay. What would you pick?
Me?
Yeah.
I would rather be stuck at 50.
Really?
Yeah.
You want to fast forward?
I'll tell you why. I don't want to fast forward, but it says stuck. It didn't say go forward. It says no, I don't want to move forward to 50. No, that's not what I want. But I would rather be stuck at 50. And the reason is because you kind of live a certain life to feel like what I've experienced from 8, like you gotta understand my life when I was 18 and my life now, it's not even in a million years, even close. And I never would have thought it would have been this way. So, after leaving everything and staying stuck at 50,
and that's
it's not bad getting stuck at 50. You get your mature, you get to experience life and everything.
Yeah, probably better looking.
Hey,
my brother tells me that men just continue to get better looking. That's what he says all the time. So shout out to my brother. My brother Justin was jealous he couldn't come today.
Oh man, you should have brought him here.
I'm telling you, said that. He's like, if TA understands that your brother should come anywhere with you, and it would be anybody else.
Yes. No, definitely. I would definitely. You'd have a seat.
We'll bring him next time.
Please do. Okay, let me ask you the last one then.
Yeah.
Would you rather live forever or dream forever?
I think you got to go live, man, because like then you have a chance. I like dreams, but
It's just dreams.
right. I like action.
Yeah.
Yeah. You?
I mean, now that I'm thinking about it, you're right, because so I could just sleep forever. You're basically sleeping forever, because if you're dreaming, you're basically sleeping.
Right. It's just kind of floating through life, like daydreaming or.
I mean, I need a better kind of like explanation of the question. Yeah, no, I'll take live forever.
Yeah.
But I don't. But who wants to live forever though?
Well, what's the alternative?
Exactly, live forever. No, I'll take the live forever. Yeah, I'll take that. Okay, now I'm gonna hit you with some facts and let me know. I want to see if you know these stuff. Let me know. See if you know this
I
stuff.
hope it's Bucks social media trivia videos, because I'm pretty fire at this.
And be honest. I want to know if you know this. Be honest.
I will.
Did you know that you can sneeze faster than a cheetah can run? Clocking.
I did know that.
You did know that, right?
Yeah. I don't know what the speed is.
100 miles per hour.
I believe that.
So it's literally 100 miles per hour. Now this might have been 95, but 90.
Yeah, because you're just faking it. But
Yeah.
a legit one. I think I did
one.
know that one.
Do you think that's weird? Do you think it's like,
I do think that's weird.
why?
I mean, man, we just lived through a pandemic of viruses and like you're just like in germs.
Hey.
And you're telling me it moves faster than a cheetah.
Yes. Okay. What was the longest hiccup attack?
Oh, how many?
How long hiccup
Goodness.
lasts? The longest one.
I can't even imagine. 43 minutes.
43 minutes?
Yeah.
That's your final answer?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the longest hiccup attack lasted for 68 years.
What? Who recorded that?
I'm assuming it's a thing. Somebody really had.
68 years? Are they okay?
I don't know.
Did they get a physical?
Can somebody, whoever's listening
Right.
to this or watching it, can somebody please
check on them?
take on this? No, take on this and let me know, like, this fact, please.
68 years of
68
hiccups.
years.
How would you do anything? Can you imagine playing a game? You
can't
got
play
hiccups
a game.
constantly?
Oh my God, that's so unfortunate, bro.
Right.
I can't even like put it out of my head that, let me hit you with
Where'd you
another
come
one.
up with this stuff?
Hey, it's amazing facts. That sound like a lie, basically. It's my, I'm trying to make this podcast a little bit more, educational, and not educational, but fun.
Yeah.
So, let me see if you know this, and then if you know this, you're gonna win. If you know this, okay?
I'm a win.
So did you know that the inventor of Pringles,
Okay.
Frederick Bauer, if I'm saying it right, I don't know if you guys correct me, was buried in a Pringles can. I mean, his ashes, obviously, but
I don't think I knew that, but I would believe it. I mean, maybe. I mean,
it's true.
is it?
Yes.
I'm gullible, so I'm gonna believe anything you say.
So I'm saying it's true. Is that like? What's your thought? What's your thought on this? Like, what's your initial reaction?
I want to know more about Frederick's life, and if Pringles were his life's work, I mean, that's passion. I can't knock the passion.
There.
I can't
That's passion.
I can't
right
knock the
there.
passion.
That's that.
I'm not a hater, TA. So
No.
if you tell me it's true, and this man is somewhere dead in a Pringles can, I am not gonna speak poorly about him.
Please, let's not do this on this podcast. Let's not. But let's. No, it's a fact now. They say
right.
here. Hey, listen. Let me talk to the team, guys. Nick, make sure this is. I only want real facts here. But it's like me saying, right, when I'm done, like when I pass away, with everything,
Yep,
and
please.
I want to be buried in like a.
Basketball?
Yeah, I don't know.
A Greek Freak 4?
Or like
Right?
it's I feel like it's something that symbolized my life, and this was his life. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I would love
What would
to
you
read
pick?
more of this. What would I pick? I don't even want to think about that, so
Okay.
I'm not gonna pick anything.
All right.
Okay. Now, do you know what was the first toy to be advertised on TV?
Oh. It wasn't Legos?
No.
No.
What'd you say Legos? Just
I love Legos.
Okay.
And they've been around forever.
Yes.
So that's where how I got there. I don't know.
It's Mr. Potato Head.
No way.
Yes, it was the first like toy to be advertised on TV.
That's pretty cool. Fun fact.
Yeah.
You like Toy Story?
Yes. Who doesn't?
Right. You got your angry eyes on today.
Who doesn't? Oh my God. Okay, so go back to DJing. When are you gonna come to Greece and DJ? You gonna come to?
When you invited me, and we got witnesses now. I'm coming.
Okay.
Yep.
What's your future plans? Where do you go from here? What do you like?
What
is your goals? Yeah.
So, thank you. I'm excited to see where this goes. So I'm grateful for all the opportunities, All-Star games and the bubble. I've gotten other opportunities because of like the Bucks gig. I DJ'd the Ryder Cup. I've done really cool sporting events, Women's Final Four. I work with the U.S. Women's National Soccer team. So like I love that stuff. Again, doing things that I never got to do as an athlete.
Yes.
I'm excited to see where it goes. I want to get to the Olympics. Like that's a dream. Like to somehow get to the Olympics as a DJ. So I have my fingers crossed for Paris. We'll see what happens.
Shoot.
And so I don't know. Like I continue to just network, right, and just try to do my best when I work and be a good person, because I think that's a lot of.
Trust me, you're gonna go a long ways if you're just a good person. You're true.
Thank you. Yes, I appreciate that.
But wait, now you said you're like your dreams. Like I would like to actually like. Have you ever done like a crazy party? Like you have any like. You've done every like DJ in a crazy party and say like, oh my God, this is.
So you went, without a doubt, I opened for Lizzo. So at Summerfest. So I don't know if you all have ever been to Summerfest. Like I know it's in the summer, so y'all are usually gone.
Yes.
But it's the world's largest music festival here in Milwaukee.
Okay.
So I opened for Lizzo the year like that she like popped off.
Okay.
So the way Summerfest is set up is you pay general admission to get in, like $25 for a general admission ticket. And there's like, I want to say 11 to, Summerfest is going to be mad at me for not getting this right, 11 to 14, what is called free stages.
Okay.
So you can walk in, you could hear Nelly, you could hear, I don't know, name any band, like up and coming band you never heard of. And then there's Lizzo. There's also amphitheaters that now that are ticketed events as well. But Lizzo was on a free stage. That's why I say that. So she was on a stage that like capacity at the time was 10,000 people. And so again, it's just this open space. And so when I look up and I come out, it was raining all day. Some stuff got delayed. One of the worst days of that summer, like weather-wise. And literally, TA, when I tell you, like front to back, as far as you could see, and like left to right. And I opened for her. And it was one of the most insane, like you look up and you're like, I can't believe I'm doing this right now type of stuff. People chanting my name, like so surreal, like so surreal.
Yeah. Crazy.
And that stuff, because like when I work a Bucks game, that's not about me. It's not a DJ Shawna show. Again, I'm there to add value for you.
I mean, it is. I mean, you get it popping.
Thanks. I take pride in what I do, and I want everybody who's coming through that door, first time season ticket holder for 40 years, to have a good time. And again, no matter what, I can't control what y'all do on the court, but hopefully they at least are bobbing their heads a little bit, right? And they're just having some fun. But when I get to do stuff like open for Lizzo, or I've headlined Milwaukee Pride Fest too, like we do that, and it's I mean, you know what this feels like. You put your hands up and people go crazy. Like that goes through you. I don't know what drugs feel like, TA, but that's some crazy drugs. Like It is unreal. And so those moments for me aren't an everyday thing. And I just try to grasp it and hold on to it and never let go, because I'm so appreciative of that. But that was one. And I played everything that set, which was awesome. Like they were ready for anything. They sang everything. They danced to everything. I couldn't miss. It was like literally just like eyes closed, like hook shots were going in. Yeah, like couldn't miss. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that was like create like an amazing experience. A great experience. So what about like your worst experience of DJing?
So what's funny, I think like a couple weeks later, I went to like my regular spot and nobody was there where I DJ. So it's so crazy what happens, and that's the part of this world. Like I'm a local DJ, like that, like I just DJ'd for 10,000 plus people, and like 14 days later, I'm at a bar, and the bartenders and the security are there with maybe 3 people like sitting in the back, just like chilling. Yes. And those are the humbling moments where you have a choice, and I learned that I can show up. And I can be that same DJ that just opened for Lizzo and have fun and maybe get better or learn something, or, you know, like work instead of just going through the motions, or go through the motions. And that was the stuff that like I live for, is when nobody showed up, because that was like the beginning of my career. I was again trash and terrible. And so, the people that like stuck by me and gave me a chance in those moments, I just cherish, and again, just very appreciative. Wow. It's good. Like when you're working out, nobody's in the gym when you're doing all the hard stuff.
Nobody.
Right?
Yes. Also true. You know, now we're kind of getting towards the end of the pod and the show, man, and everybody listening, tuning in, watching us. In the video. You know, I would like for you to, you know, either, you know, you want to give us a quote, or maybe, you know, you have a motivational story or something that, you know, just something that keeps you going every day.
I appreciate that. This is fun. I like hanging out with you. I hope it's mutual. It's. So like this is my clothing line, and so it's called Dare to Be.
Oh, you should have started with this.
Nah, it's like, for me, everything I do falls under Dare to Be. And it's kind of my mantra. So it's open-ended, right? It's not a full thought. So dare to be brave, dare to be bold, dare to be strong, dare to be funny, dare to be whatever.